I saw this headline floating around and I wanted to talk about it. John has not watched this ad yet. I have not watched this ad yet, but I have heard people talking about it. Adidas ad promotes biological males playing in female sports.
Jesus.
Adidas has unveiled a series of ads, including a feature promoting and celebrating biological male athletes who compete in women's sports. In the ad campaign titled I'm Possible, Adidas highlights a Brazilian trans athlete, Tiffany Abreu, as they navigate the difficult world of possessing vastly superior physical traits to pretty much everyone they're competing against. Okay, let's watch a little bit of this.
It's impossible to take hold of the world spotlight overnight, create your own uniform, be a cover model, a powerful athlete, or compete as a trans woman.
Are you kidding me?
Impossible? No. I'm possible.
What's the ratio on this thing? It's on YouTube.
My gosh.
What's the ratio on this thing?
Just real quick, I want to point out that when they said or compete as a trans woman,
and they
or
just
as a trans woman,
demolished that ball.
And they show a biological male athlete competing in women's volleyball. Keep in mind, I believe the women's volleyball net is about 6 to 8 inches shorter than it is in men's volleyball because, shocking, I know this is a shocker for everybody, most male athletes can jump higher than female athletes. Almost universally, especially when you're talking about the top levels of performance. And so to show how difficult it is for a trans woman to compete against biological women, they show this.
Trans woman.
Boom. It's just a massive spike.
Wow.
Oh, and then I think this is specifically from this person. Let's listen.
Eu sou a Tiffany Abreu. Eu jogo pelo Brasil e por todas as mulheres.
I don't know what this says.
I think it's Portuguese.
It's Portuguese, but look how much bigger. Look how much bigger this person is than everybody else on the team. I think they have a translation. Abreu says they play for Brazil and for all trans women in the ad specific to him. The Brazilian finishes by saying, "My story is not impossible because I'm possible." We've been talking about this a lot in terms of Leah Thomas, the trans swimmer who competed for 3 years as a man, unremarkable, and then decides they're going to compete as a woman and legitimately dominates top swimmer in the country. How much longer are people going to be pretending like this doesn't give you a significant advantage?
It's going to take a biological woman getting killed. I hate to say that, but it's true. There's actually a video out there of the world's best women's fighter. It's an old video. I did a reaction to it. She got into a ring against a tomato can man and got demolished in the second round. It's going to take that happening, but with a fatality, I believe, to stop this woke garbage. And I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah,
but that's what it's going to take.
I didn't even think about that, John, but I think you're right. And you asked what the ratio was. 2.9 thousand dislikes to 600 upvotes on the main commercial. And then on her specific one, 642 down to 81 up. A lot of people potentially misgendering in the comments. How dare they? But you're right, John. I think it's so funny to see this shift and how woke society and the media has become. When it used to be they were pushing female athletics. They were pushing it down your throats, even though people might not necessarily have been as interested in it as they were in male sports. Now, that's not true for everything. For something like figure skating, for something even like women's tennis, when Serena Williams was dominating, that pulled higher viewership than a lot of the men's competitions, when we didn't necessarily have an American that was of interest once Andy Roddick was kind of done and things like that. Or women's
I'll
gymnastics.
make the case we haven't had a great American since Pete Sampras.
Yes. Or like women's gymnastics. A lot more people are more interested in that than they are in male gymnastics. So it's not universal, but female athletics has been shoved down our throats in a lot of cases. And, look, we need to do more for our women in sports. We need to do more and more and more. Well, now female athletics are legitimately being compromised and destroyed by biological men. But the media is silent. Not only are they silent, they're fucking encouraging it.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to be called bigots. They don't. This whole Leah Thomas thing, these women out there are coming out anonymous in complaining. Biological women coming out anonymous because they're terrified of the backlash.
Yeah, this is nuts. That was the first time we had watched that. So it's pretty funny that it's getting ratioed. Pretty funny it's getting slammed, but not surprising because normal people have a problem with people who have lived their entire lives as men, have all the physical advantages of men, trying to pretend like they should be competing with biological women. Disgusting.